We're a little early, everyone, so I've just been called out. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is 7:57 in Pacific time, so we're 3 minutes early. I hope you're all there, but welcome to the new show. I have long talked about Product Lifecycle Management 4.0, what it is and what people are doing in that space. Let's start it up and we'll talk Product Lifecycle. It's not an application. It is a series of processes and methodologies that deliver from the ideation stage to putting the most innovative and best products and services in your hands. For me, product lifecycle management is the handling of your product as it moves through the typical stages of envisioning, design, development, simulation, manufacturing, maintenance, and of course, lastly, recycling and disposal. It brings together everyone in your organization that touches the product and touches the customer. Because frankly, if you don't have innovative, great new products, you're probably going backwards. So it is central to your strategy. But PLM 4.0, what is that? It is all about bringing together Industry 4.0 technologies, the digital thread, digital continuity, digital twin, intelligent products, integrated factories, and smart service. Each week, as long as I can get experts to come join me, we're going to ask product lifecycle implementers and engineers what they do in PLM 4.0. And together, you and I can learn a thing or two from that. But today, I thought first, I'd be a little bit selfish. I need your help. We, XD Innovation, are growing in Europe and North America. Right now, we're looking for solution architects, industry process consultants, US citizens, permanent residents across 3D Experience, and in Europe as well, as we have a number of new programs which are starting up in the coming month. I can promise you a very, very different culture. Zero politics, phew, hallelujah, zero judgment, because we all make mistakes, don't we? And if we don't, we aren't trying hard enough, nor moving fast enough. This is a culture of empathy. We want to hear where you want to go and consider it our job to help you get there through mentoring, training, and placing you in an environment that propels you toward it. Each week, I'll update you on our progress, growth, and need to build our family. But let's move on. And now I am going to introduce you to one of our fast rising stars, Khalifa Diop, one of very, very special, young, fast rising, very focused 3D Experience solution architects. I'm going to embarrass him now. You know, when you find someone who's passionate, who's focused and determined to make something of themselves, that's Khalifa. He's a good man, he's a team player, and just a great human being. 3 years at Dassault Systèmes, research and development, 4 years at a leading tier 1 SI, and he's been with us now for about 7 or 8 months on a very key project, breaking ground on a number of new areas in product lifecycle. Today, we're delving into what he does, why he does it, and talk product lifecycle 4.0. Ready, set, let's go. Khalifa.
Hi, Andrew.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Yeah, good. You're a little quiet. Need to hear you a little clearer, or maybe I just need to turn my volume up.
Yes, can you hear me well?
Loud and clear, loud and clear. Thank you, sir. Where are you today? Are you in the UK or are you in France?
Yeah, I'm currently in Paris, in France.
In Paris. Good. Enjoying the summertime, enjoying the long French holiday, I suspect.
Exactly. Enjoying most of the summertime holidays.
You bet. You bet. Good, good, good. Well, a pleasure to have you on the show. Pleasure to work with you, I got to say as well. I must add that. So let's start up. We're going to cover a number of subjects. Want to know the little bit of background. What motivated you? What do you do? What's going on with what you're doing today, etc. So first up, talk us through. You're a 3D Experience Solution Architect. What exactly does that mean? What is it that you exactly do?
Yeah, so thank you, Andrew, for this introduction of myself. So
hope you're embarrassed.
Yeah?
I said, I hope you're embarrassed.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, typically the solution architect, what he's really doing, the solution architect is working closely with the implementation and the business teams. And one of his main purpose is to bring his technical and functional support to those teams by studying and analyzing the business needs in order to provide not the best, but the most suitable solution for the requirement that the customer just gave before. And all of this around the 3D experiences, solution and functionalities.
Got
Typically, it. This is what the solution architect is doing.
Okay, I understand. So when you say around 3D experience platform functionality, best solution for the customer, not necessarily the best solution, what exactly do you mean by that?
Yeah, right. This is a good point. As I explained, what we are understanding by like the suitable 3D experiences functionality is that we can know, or people may know, the 3D experience platform have several application and layers, and each layer is able to fit with one or several business needs. So what we are typically doing is, according to the needs, we are trying to find which layers are matching better than the business needs, and finally it should be for sure this one that we will propose to the solution. Yeah,
got it. Okay, so stepping back a little bit, why did you want to become a solution architect? How did it start? Did it happen by accident, or did you come out at the age of 5 and say, I want to be a solution architect? How did it come about?
Yeah, that's a good point, because I didn't really fall in this job by accident. As you also said, before becoming a solution architect, I have worked several years in Kacha R&D as a portfolio specialist, and also as a business process consultant around Kacha and Innovate application. Okay.
Yep.
During this work, what I really liked above all is the phase of capturing the business needs for one industry typically. And during this business capturing need, there was a lot of customer relationship, which is really interesting for me. And it was naturally, the growing, and I say, okay, let's just follow this trajectory. And typically the next step after Kata specialist and industry process consultant is a solution architect level.
Okay.
So yeah, typically
what do you find most satisfying about being a solution architect?
It's a difficult question, but what I can say is I'm very, very, very happy to work today as a solution architect. So where I'm really satisfied is at, for sure we can say, my current position as a solution architect.
Yep. Okay. And so what are some of the challenges of being a solution architect? What are the tough things?
Yes, there is a lot of challenges for a solution architect, but I can give you just some challenges that we currently have. As you know, and as almost people know, we are facing more and more complex use cases from our customer, and we need to bring our support to them in order to make their digital transformation projects happen.
What? So, I mean, yeah, I get it. I mean, use cases, I hear this a lot, are getting more and more complex. Why actually is that?
Exactly. Use cases are getting more and more complex because, the market is asking more and more much as we can currently deliver that. And one other thing also is that customer, if I saying this time to the customer, is the final one, the one who is finally use the product.
Yeah.
They want, the final product quickly that it was accepted in the past.
Okay.
So due to this, use cases are more and more complex. The diversity and the needs from one customer to another are more and more complex and different.
Yep.
And this make our work really difficult, as we need always, to have the balance between what we are currently doing and what we have to bring later, and how we have to solve these difficulties.
Got
So
it.
these are some challenges which are really interesting.
Okay.
That's
So,
it.
so most customers are impatient. Let's be honest. I mean, we're coming out of this kind of Amazon culture that's been running for 20 years now, where I want it now. I want to get it in my hands as quickly as possible, and why would I have to wait this period of time? So, how do you go about addressing that speed to market versus the complexity of the product? That has to be one of the biggest challenges, I'm guessing. With that in mind, what are the overall kind of solutions that you are seeing to these types of challenges?
Yeah, exactly. So in top of this, I mean, we naturally have to have some solution to face these challenges. One
Yep.
of the solution is, we always trying to have an overview, and in order to analyze better the project environment and issues. Why? Because if we just have a look on what the customer is currently asking or looking for,
Yep.
will for sure go, near to a lot of other subjects. As I can describe it also is we need to be one step ahead of our business, process development, which is mean also what if I can give one picture to help you and people to more understand is, for example, if the customer is asking something, instead of performing 100% of the work, we are trying to bring 150% of the work. Why? This will help us to have one step ahead. Sorry, that help us to have one step ahead for the next requirement. So the next requirement will be more easy for us because we will have only 50% or less than 50% to to complete.
Got it. Got it.
Other point is one other solution of this to these challenges is trying to work closely with the whole project ecosystem. What we can see is that business are performing their job on their side, implementation team are performing their job on the side,
Yep.
us also are performing some the job on our side. And for me, the solution of those challenges is to work closely. It will help us to save time, to avoid, all about the risk, and it is very helpful for us, and we will see the difficulties immediately, and we can add the button.
Do you just knowing? I mean, as a solution architect, it's about detail, and the SAs that I know are extremely detailed individuals, and quite rightly so. That's what you need to be.
Yeah.
When you're going down a pathway, do you stop that journey down a pathway, down a business process, based upon the limitations of the application you work with, 3D Experience, Innovia, CATIA, etc.? Is that what stops you going too deep into an ERP or a supply chain or a MESMOM or a CRM, etc.?
Yeah. So this is always if I can say, the difficult question that we have to answer. For example, someone has me, I will want always go, through the detail. But
Yep.
what can I give as answer to this point is I'm always trying to be sure that, as I just said before, if I cover the requirement and at least 50% more than what is asked,
The 150% functionality. Okay.
150% functionalities,
Got
for
it.
me, it's okay. We can say, okay, right now we can stop and not going
Yep.
more and more in details, because
Yep.
going more and more details, we will always lose time, lost,
Exactly. You
everything
could be
that's
there for
going on. Years. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Good.
it is not easy. I understand it. I know it. It is not easy. It is my daily, it is
Yep.
my daily stuff. But we have to, sometimes say, okay, we need to stop at this point, which for
Yep.
me, I define as 150% level.
Good job. I like it. I like it. So what would be your advice to people who want to become solution architects? And I have a smile on my face because we as we build our business come across a lot of resumes, CVs that have titles solution architect, and they're not always backed up with the capabilities and experience in the people. So what would be your advice to people who want to truly become a solution architect?
Yeah, exactly. This is also a good point. I can give some advice, but if you just allow me before giving advice, we can
Yep.
see that according to, to countries, to area, to the project, the definition of a solution architect can be different. Okay,
Yes.
so there is not really, one definition for all solution architects, but we have something in common. The mainly things is, we are here to deliver a solution to our customer. But some good advices that I can give to people who want to become solution architect is,
Do you think people get confused between a software architect and a solution architect?
yeah, always
Okay,
are getting
good.
confused
I'm glad we agree.
getting confused. But for me, one of the first advices that I can give them is, first of all, they need to have some good technical skills. Because if you don't have technical skills, in our example, it is around 3D experiential solution, you need to have some technical skills around Java, around EKL, around widget, about dashboard. If you don't have technical skills, you really have difficulties to understand what really the customer is needs and how he's
What
working the.
about here's one for you. What about infra? How's the knowledge at a high level of the infra capability that's
You
needed?
have, you have to have skills on infra, but it will also go to the, like the previous question that you just said before. The
Yep.
solution architect can always, work closely with the software architect in order to know, to learn more about the infrastructure architecture that he need, how many user that we have to bring in the system.
Yep.
Just to give an example, if you how can I say, if you propose a solution which is not really working for 1,000 people, there is no
Hmm.
sense.
Yep.
It's because you don't take in account, the infrastructure constraints that are behind. So it is one advice that I can give, one skills that you have to have before.
Yep.
Other one is also you need to have good relationships, capabilities, because you are facing the business, you are facing the teams, so you need to be really someone who want to discuss with people, want to go through people and understand what they are.
Good communication skills, good
Good
soft
communication,
skills.
exactly.
Yeah.
Good communication
Empathy.
skills, good soft skill, all kind of stuff. Point.
Yep.
Another one, it is another one, but I can put them together, is having a good capacity and availability to understand first what the client is really, what the customer is looking for,
Okay.
and finally have good capacity of synthesis, because the
Yep.
customer will always give you a lot of information, and you have to be careful about which information are really interesting for you to perform your job, then which one are not really interesting and they are just here for giving you more information about the company.
Yeah.
So yeah, these
Yeah.
are some advice that I can give to people who really want to become solution architect, and which one I'm always trying to be better and better on this topic.
Got it.
Today.
Got it. So give it. So you touched on there the good ability to understand the product owner, the customer, the business. You know, you've worked in different industries, and I know right now, without going into detail, you're in automotive. How much knowledge of automotive did you have before you started to run and get into those workshops?
So yeah, on my side, I can say not really much. I can say like if I can give, for example, a percentage, it will be almost 25% of knowledge on the automotive before going inside it.
Yep.
But what is really interesting is that now industries are more and more, trying to be, common,
Yeah.
which is mean that some knowledge that you will have on aerospace industries
Yep.
will
You
really
pull that
help
over.
you. Exactly, you can put them
Yeah.
out for automotive industry.
That's good. I think it's a really good point, actually. You're right. Industries are starting to grab best practices globally to differentiate. Yeah, I get you. Good. Thanks for that, Khalifa. So let's go back to UBOM. I know that's something you've been working on. So talk to me through what you're working on right now.
Yeah, so right now I'm working on I'm working on several topics as UBOM, Unified BOM, and change management subject. But I will talk about I will talk to you about Unified BOM, which is such a new concept. As I say,
in fact,
yeah.
Do you know of any other customer that has gone live with 3D Experience, XBOM, UBOM, Unified Bill of Materials in the world today?
Yeah. So, like, to be honest, not really. I didn't
That's
know
what I thought.
a customer, who have all unified BOM from end to end, available on the Shakespeare platform, to be honest.
Exactly.
That's why also it is really challenging. There are a lot of things to bring, a lot of things to learn, and a lot of things, to understand on these challenges.
So congratulations to you and your colleagues, of course. So that was good, and yeah, I knew that, and we talk of it in North America, but it's good to see that one went live in the UK. So good, congratulations. Exactly. I interrupt you. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, thank you very much. We are trying to do our best every day, but typically, what is the unified BOM? I can give, for example, some field definition. We all know about the product lifecycle management that we are working on. But I can say we currently have more and more a new concept, which is system lifecycle management. What I want to say along this is that we have less and less final product at the end of the it will be more system, which is more just a representative and not final.
Yeah.
On this way, having a unified BOM, which is available for all engineering domains, having a common BOM, it is very interesting. You can know, that there is engineering BOM, there is manufacturing BOM, there is process BOM, requirement BOM, and all of this is generating, as I say, a lot of work, but there is no an overview, someone, if I can say, who is taking an overview of all of this and say, okay, what is really common between all of this BOM?
Yep.
And finally, in this way, unified BOM take place.
Yeah.
The unified BOM will help all engineers domain to have one source of truth. So the unified BOM is the only source of truth, and all changes, all modification, all maturities of the product will take place in this unified BOM. Okay? So everyone is performing his job on his area, but finally, if the management or someone who is really far from the product or the daily work, if he really want to know what is the truth, he will open, in fact, the unified BOM and see what is inside the unified BOM.
Love it. Love it. So come on, let's let me take you back a second. So first go live unified BOM. What's the one challenge, mistake, problem, learning that you went through that next time around you would definitely do something a little differently?
Yeah, definitely. As I say, we have a lot of BOM. One of the mistakes that we all sometimes doing is, okay, it is a unified BOM. I will just bring under the unified BOM all others BOM. I will bring engineering BOM, manufacturing BOM, process BOM, which is typically not bad in a way of thinking. But if you go by this way, I can say definitely you will miss a lot of things. Why? It is better to say, okay, as it is a BOM, which is the real source of truth, I will try to introduce a new concept, such as engineering items, such as design solution. I mean, another way of thinking, and this other way of thinking will finally help you to have a better understanding and a better view in all of others engineering domains. So definitely, this is one mistake that we are always doing, and in the future, we will know that it maybe can be good, but it is not the best way to do. There is some
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see a lot of this UBOM all around the world, I know, going forward. I'm looking forward to that first one in aerospace and defense as well. I think that'll be interesting with all those parts. So, yeah.
Exactly. I just can add something which is also really interesting, and it is one of the value that UBOM bring, is that is really reducing considerably the number of change that we can have in the product.
Right.
Who says of reducing number of change will also say reducing the cost, the final cost of the product.
Sure. So sure. Difficult when you got customers who want to have personalization, but yeah, I get your point.
Exactly. So definitely all requirement will come from a dictionary, and this dictionary is applicable to all of the engineering demand around the UBOM and all during all of the life cycle of the product.
Very good. We got a couple of minutes left, Khalifa. One thing I'm pretty passionate about is design workshops. They're so fundamental to the success of the architecture, as we know. How do you find running design workshops? What's the magic formula in your mind?
Oh, it's difficult. There is, as I can give you an answer. There is not really a magic formula.
Okay.
Each design workshop is different than the previous one.
Yep.
But we can say that there is some key point that we have to be sure at each design workshop in order to have the final result and help the final customer to bring all his idea. Is first of all showing him all about the capabilities and all the wins that he will have finally by going into a new reorganization. Okay. By this we can be sure that if we show these capabilities to the customer, he will be more and more easy, and it will be more and more easy for us to achieve our goal that we have on mind. So yeah, it is one of
all on the same team. I get it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So we can have some others. We can have some others. Point like this that we are just trying to follow. That we cover them well.
Great. I've got so many more questions I want to ask you, but I'm going to stop because we're kind of running out of time now. A quick couple of guys who've jumped in a couple of comments. Elias, thank you. Appreciate your comments. Good to hear from you. Long time no speak. Shravan, thank you as well. Hope you enjoyed the show. Khalifa, it's been a real pleasure, my friend, to have you on. Looking forward to our next dinner in Stratford upon Avon with you. Repeat that at once again.
Always really funny.
It's good to get with you. It went on a lot longer after you'd gone, by the way, just so you know. So
Yeah, exactly.
that was that.
Exactly.
Okay, Khalifa, have a great weekend now because you're at your end of your week. Have a great week ahead. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Andrew. Cheers. Bye.
Thanks. Everyone, thanks ever so much. First time around, we're talking working in PLM 4.0. Thanks, everybody. Next week, we're having big hitter product lifecycle. 25 years, I think it is, of product lifecycle management behind him. So he's been there, seen it, done it all. I can't wait to delve into some of the challenges for PLM 4.0 for him as well. Look forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place. Have a great weekend and week ahead. Thanks again.